Hey everyone, this is Chris G, and just wanted to talk about something that I had seen, not too long ago. I had seen yesterday on, I think what was it, the 9th of June. I probably shouldn't be trying to put dates and stuff on here. I don't know, anyway, but I saw the BET awards, and I kind of caught it, maybe like the last probably hour, maybe hour and some change of the show. And I did see some cool stuff on the show, but there was some stuff that really like it just really blew my mind. And I don't think this video is gonna be too long, but like I just saw something that blew my mind, and there was like two big situations to me, and one of them was where they had a section of the award show where it was talking about, I think it was, what was it? I think it was like the best, I think, gospel song or something like that. And it was like a bunch of different like not categories, but different artists, different songs. And there was a song that Glorilla, the female rapper, she did a collaboration with some other artists, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm not, upset that she did that. Sometimes hip hop people, they like to do, gospel songs and stuff like that, collaborations, you know. Um, but what got me though was because, like, she eventually ended up, like the song that she collabed on ended up winning the award, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. But then, like, I saw the outfit that she had on, and it was some like really like big time sexy stuff, like, I mean, I saw the dress that she had on, and it was like the inner part of the top of the dress, you could see like the inner like part of her cleavage. And I'm trying to keep this like PC. I don't want to get vulgar with like certain language of body parts, but basically there was like the inside side part of her cleavage showing, and there might have been another part that might have been showing too. And I was just like, wow, because I mean, if you're going to get, like you're nominated for a song, especially something that's like gospel, you know, you would think that she would try to wear something a little bit more like something that wasn't so revealing, you know, just out of respect for that song being like a gospel song, and I'm not trying to get all, real preachy and stuff, but it's just like, man, you would think that you would have like a better, just like you would just have like more of an appropriate appearance for something like that. I was, and, go ahead. She has a nice body and stuff. I think so. But it's just like, come on, baby. Like if you're going to be representing a gospel song, you do want to try to dress appropriate for it. That's what I believe. I think you really should. And that was just something that just really stood out to me. And then I saw her go up on the stage, and then she kind of like did like with one of her forearms. Yeah, sorry, I got some cars going on in the background. Hopefully that's not too bad for y'all hearing that. Um, but yeah, like she was went up there on the stage and kind of did like the forearm like chest cover when she had got up there and started walking, and I was just like, well, shit, baby, you might as well just put your arm down, because hell, everybody done seen it when you got up out your chair, walked up to the stage, turned, took a few steps, then they, people done, seen it, And so, shout out to her winning the award. That's cool, her and the rest of the people, but it's just like, baby, if you're going to do this type of stuff, you know, um, you really want to try to wear your clothing. Be more be more conservative with your clothing. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you go into some nightclub or whatever, or you're doing one of your rap videos, that's one thing. But if you're going to be representing a song that's a gospel song, that's something that's tied into the Lord. You dig? So I just think you should dress accordingly. That was like I said, that was one thing that stood out to me. And then the other thing, I saw where they gave an award to Kirk Franklin. And Kirk Franklin, he does a lot dealing with gospel stuff. And I've heard, a lot of his music for many years. And I was happy for him to receive the award. I'm glad he's married. And like I said, I know that he, had a rough childhood, stuff like that. So I'm happy to see the brother being able to achieve things. And he's worked very hard. He's worked very hard. No matter, I don't, care what a lot of people say. Oh, he went Hollywood with the music and all that. I'm like, y'all can say what you want, but the truth of the matter is, for one thing, that brother has worked very hard with the music, putting the music together and working with artists and stuff. So I give him props on him receiving his award, But something that stood out to me was something else dealing with clothing. His wife, the lady he's married to, man, she was sitting in the, sitting in her chair, and the camera zoomed in on her. Like, well, not zoomed in, but it showed her, and I was just like, my goodness, like I'm like, it's showing a lot of cleavage. Now, don't get me wrong. I think a woman's body is a beautiful thing. I really do. A woman's body, especially if she stays in shape. You don't want to be all messed up body wise. But if you have a reasonably, in shape body, reasonably decent shaped body, it's a beautiful thing. But I just believe, if you're going to be, if you're going to be alongside a man that is representing, gospel music and, putting music together that's representative, that represents, the Lord and, have and believing in a faith, I just think that you should really wear clothing that's appropriate. You're not supposed to have the top of like your cleavage showing. I just think that that's very, I think it's just very inappropriate. And there might be some people that don't like what I'm saying. And like I said, I've already said it. I think a woman's body, it's a beautiful thing. I do. But it's just wearing certain clothes. I think, wearing like inappropriate clothes, wearing that stuff at the wrong time, I don't think that's a good thing. So, that's the stuff that stood out to me, with this award show that came out, this year in 2025. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. I just hope in the future that, ladies, if you're going to represent that type of music, you're going to represent, God and stuff like that, represent gospel music. I just really would hope that they would dress appropriately. I just hope so for like the future, award shows that come out, on BET. But that's all I got to say. This is Chris G. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.